No, instead, we will make an adjustment with the front wing. So as he pulls onto pit road and into his pit box, you can watch the story unfold as we watch and listen.
Half a turn of front wing, correct? Half a turn. I hope he doesn't make it too loose, but we need to try. 10-4, we'll give you less than a half. Just a scotch.
Well, you hear it. They're talking about how much front wing to put in. Juan was worried about not making it too loose. Drivers don't like loose race cars, even when you're a brave rookie, Bob.
Here they come. Down for what should be their final pit stop. Buddy Lazier arrives first.
Same thing with Buddy Lazier up here. He's complained of a push with his car. They should make a slight adjustment. Dennis LaCava comes across, adds a little bit of front wing, 4 tires, full of fuel. Lazier is away.
Didn't beat him.
And Salazar smokes the tires as he storms out of pit lane, getting out ahead of Buddy Lazier.
Well, you saw Salazar get that thing sideways. He was gassing it.
Bob, that was not the pit stop that they wanted, though. They were much slower than Juan Montoya, who had come in right behind them. They needed a faster stop, they believed, to win this race, and they didn't get it.
It might be, I saw that Jeff Ward might have beaten Buddy Lazier out of the pit just by a few feet, but Buddy had more speed coming down the pit lane. Jeff Ward being pitted right at the front of the pit lane. As soon as he accelerates, I think he crossed the line before Buddy did, and the IRL can correct that.
Well, save it on this yellow till it goes green, then go back to where you were running. So I need to know, Robbie, is when it goes green, Montoya just starts to check.
Well, we actually have Bosell between the 2 leaders. Now, Raul started in the back, but he's actually been running pretty fast. He's just had a bad traffic situation by his starting position.
Robbie McGee is on pit lane, and there is Jimmy Vasser in 7th position. Well, Saturday, international soccer comes to ABC as Casey Keller and a powerful U.S. team take on the South Africans in the first round of the U.S. Cup play from RFK Stadium. The USA versus South Africa soccer, 4 o'clock Eastern on ABC. Flying high above the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is the Bud 1 airship. To all racing fans, this Bud's for you. Well, Jimmy Vasser has decided not to make a pit stop.
And Bob, that was by design. Remember, Vasser is out of sequence right now. He pitted earlier, and this is what Chip Ganassi likes to do now and again. Take one team and work it one way, take another team and work it the other.
Nice, smooth, easy build-up. You know how to do it.
With 40 laps to go, it was Vasser who came in the pit the last time. And all these laps on the yellow, they get about 8 to 10 miles per gallon. So they're stretching the fuel big time now, and we could see the same situation with Vasser develop as happened last year with Gordon, that maybe he can just make it to the end. This is exciting stuff.
Well, it's going to be real close. I think he's maybe going to need another yellow situation to get there, but it's Indianapolis. Who knows what might happen?
And
These guys have been racing hard.
And Tom, Jimmy Vasser was very upset. He did not want to come in, and when they called him in early, so he's not happy with Anderson's decision.
Well, Jimmy Vasser stands on the throttle and picks up the pace as the green flag is about to come back out here at Indianapolis. Jimmy Vasser is the leader. Montoya is second, and look at the scramble back there again, 4 wide as Buddy Lazier shakes his fist at Eliseo Salazar, unable to take that spot. There's Jeff Ward on the right.
Both Foyt cars are racing each other, and Buddy sort of got caught out by it.
Well, Salazar has done this in the past. One time I remember to David Jones putting him on the inside wall on the front straightaway. He almost did it to Buddy here, and that's why Buddy was upset, waving his fist.
Well, they're both racing. I mean, they're all racing for a victory at Indy, and a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, you don't give it up easy. You don't just say, well, after you, buddy, because right now nobody is anybody's buddy out there.
There's give and take early in the race, Ari, like you know, but late in the race there ain't nearly as much give and take.
With 23 laps to go, you're not going to make any friends here at the end.
On board with 5th place, Buddy Lazier. He has his bead on Jeff Ward. A good run down the front stretch is, yes, Lazier takes that spot from Jeff Ward and moves to 4th spot.
He's talking about how the car is handling, but right now the cars are on cold tires. They have fuel in it, and give it a few more laps to know what the car exactly is doing. Both target cars in the front.
Vassar is first. There is Juan Montoya as he closes in on Jimmy Vassar, who again did not pit under this most recent caution.
Well, and Vassar has a lot less fuel in the car, so he should actually be a little bit quicker. Montoya, he can do it all with full fuel or no fuel. He's fast.
Montoya faster on that lap than Vassar. In fact, he was faster than a couple of other cars. Let's see what he does here. Montoya's right on that rear wing of Vassar as they go into turn 2 and down the backstretch. And now here is Montoya making the move at the end of the backstretch, and Montoya takes the lead from Jimmy Vassar.
You heard him on the radio. He said the car was loose. Now that problem can get worse as the laps go down. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, the leader at lap 180 has failed to win 7 of the last 8 Indianapolis 500-mile races. That is an amazing statistic, but that is the way it's occurred. There is Eliseo Salazar, who finds himself in 3rd position now. Right behind him is Buddy Lazier.
And again, every time we see it on the restarts where Montoya just really goes for it. He really gets out there on cold tires and drives really hard, and you saw a 4-mile-an-hour difference in lap time between him and the competition, and it's costing these guys dearly now. Buddy Lazier, you can hear he lifted off the throttle there. He has a push coming off of 4. He can't really attack as he did earlier in the race.
Well, you can see with his left hand he's moving the weight jacker. He's trying to correct that push problem, Ari, by turning weight to the left front of the car.
Buddy doesn't seem to be as strong as he was when he was trailing Montoya by a second and actually closing in on him. On this particular stint, you know, with a different set of tires, he doesn't have the same car he had earlier, and that can happen here quite a bit.
Well, really, the only question mark really now is they did a timed fuel stop. Did they get enough fuel in the car to go the distance? I think that would be Juan's only concern right now.
And, Tom, that was exactly what Juan asked Chip Ganassi before they went back to green. Ganassi said, of course. We got enough in. Don't worry about it.
Now here is Eliseo Salazar taking 2nd place from Vassar.
That was Mark Dismore in front of...
Well, again, the traffic's serious. There's a lot of fast cars out there. Some of them might be a lap down, but they're all running very close to the same speeds.
And Jeff Ward now. That's Mark Dismore on the left as Ward finds himself in the 5th spot.
Vassar still. Oh, that's too close. That's too close.
Look at
Eddie Cheever and Robbie Gordon.
Man.
Robbie never gave up. I mean, he on the outside. Now, that's tough to get away with.
No friends there.